Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHUTV. We are now on day 8 of the 12 days of a West Ham Christmas, and I want to wish you all a very, very happy new year. Hopefully you're watching this on as you're making your way down to the London Stadium as we're playing Bournemouth at home this afternoon. So fingers crossed for some points, please. At least a decent performance. Come on West Ham, you can do it. And I want to wish you all, of course, a very, very happy new year. Today's video is talking about the transfer window. This is the 1st of January. This is the 3rd January transfer window I've done on this channel. And as usual, I'm taking my information from the transfermarket.co.uk website. Of course, the valuations aren't exactly accurate, to say the least. But I've been looking at a few places and positions that we really need to reinforce, because obviously there's players rumoured to be leaving, which I'll be doing in the roundup video of the news, or stories I should say, that's coming out tomorrow. First and foremost, the biggest bone of contention for us is, as I gave a bit of a slip there, goalkeepers. Now, there's one player that really caught my eye, but I'm going to give you about 2 options in every way. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean these are the ones I think we should be bringing in, but these are the types of players that I really think we should be. If we get any of this, again, I'll be very impressed, very impressed. But let's start off with the first goalkeeper, which is Stanislav Krytsiuk, I think he pronounced that. 29 years old and plays for Krasnodar. He's £3.6 million valuation on transfer market, and he's 1.92 meters in height. So that's what? Where are we? 6'4", I think, 3-4, give or take. In the 18-19 Russia Premier League season, he's made 12 appearances, kept 5 clean sheets but conceded 9. He made 4 Europa League appearances with 2 clean sheets but conceded 4. In this year's Europa League, he's made 3 appearances and 1 clean sheet, but has conceded 4 goals over that 3. So that's basically 4 and 2 basically. And he's made 1 Premier League appearance in Russia, keeping 1 clean sheet. The next goalkeeper I want to talk about is Mark Ureli Calliard, I think you pronounce that. 25 years old, plays for Guingamp in League 2 in France. I know it's League 2, but bear with me, guys. £1.35 million valuation, and again 1.91 meters in height. On the 18-19 season, he made 21 League 1 appearances, keeping 6 clean sheets but conceded 34 goals. 19 and 20 season so far, he's made 13 appearances, kept 4 clean sheets, but has conceded 16 at the same point. So, you know, it's not the best, but those are the only 2 ones. Obviously, I'm trying to look at these as young as possible, because we're trying to bring players in that we can look to reinforce for the future. Now, turning to left back, which is a position I feel that we need to reinforce, especially bearing in mind that we can't rely on Creswell and Masuaku entirely on those. So we need another third place in there. Thomas Munier is the dream left back, but he's valued at 13.5 million, so it rules him right out. But Filip Novak, 29 years old. All right, it's a bit of a stretch. Trabzonspor Super League he plays in Turkey. He can also play both left-footed and right-footed centre-back positions, valued at £2.97 million, so basically £3 million, and he's 1.84 in height. So that's what, 5'11", I think, 5'12", so 6 foot basically, whatever. He won the Danish Championship in the 17-18 season. He's also been a Czech Cup winner in the 2012-13 league season with Jablonec, I think FK Jablonec. In the 18-19 season, he made 29 Super League appearances, scoring 5 goals and 2 assists. 3 Turkey Kupasi, which is basically, I'm guessing, their League Cup or maybe their FA Cup equivalent. He made 3 appearances in that competition and scored 1 goal. In the 19-20 Europa League season, so far, qualifying rounds, I should say, he made 4 appearances and 1 goal and 1 assists. In the 19-20 Europa League campaign, he made 3 appearances, and in the 19-20 Super League season so far, he's made 1 appearance and has scored 1 goal. The next left back I want us to talk about is Xavi Quintilla Villarreal's 23 years old, who, funny enough, is playing for Villarreal. He can also play centre back, left mid, and right mid. His valuation is £4.5 million, and he's 1.79 metres in height, so 5'10", 5'11". Whatever the conversion is. And the 18-19 season, he made 7 appearances in La Liga, 1 appearance in the Europa League, and 1 appearance in the Copa del Rey appearance as well. In the 19-20 season for La Liga, he's made 14 appearances and has 2 assists so far, and he also has a history of the UEFA Youth League winner as well. So turning to right back, again, a position I really think we need to be reinforcing, especially bearing in mind that Zabaleta is retiring at the end of the season. Well, at least he's retiring from Premier League anyway. Max Aarons, again, that's one player that is on my dream list, but it's never ever going to happen. He's valued at least £13.5 million, and there's no way in hell we are spending that amount of money in this season, this January transfer window. So not going to happen. One player I would like us to bring in, though, is Patrick Berner, 23 years old, from OGC Nice in Ligue 1 in France. He can also play as left back, left mid and right mid. He's valued at £3.6 million and is 1.7 metres in height. In the 18-19 Copa de la Ligue, which is basically, I'm guessing, their League Cup, he made 2 appearances. In the 1 Coupe de France, which I'm guessing is their FA Cup, he made 1 appearance in that. He made 18 league appearances as well. In this season so far, he's made 1 appearance in the Copa de la Ligue and 18 League 1 appearances with 1 goal and 1 assist so far this season. Not bad for a 23-year-old. You know, it seems good. Now, to try and boost up the British quota, or the so-called homegrown, but I don't think he would actually fall into this, is 26-year-old Rangers right back John Flanagan. He used to play for Liverpool quite a few years ago, and actually won the League Cup with Liverpool. He can also play left back and also as a defensive midfielder as well. Kind of player that I'm guessing David Sullivan would want to bring in. £1.35 million and 1 metre 81 centimetres in height. As I said, he won the League Cup with Liverpool back in 2012. In the 18-19 Europa qualifier period, he made 7 appearances. He's won 2 Scottish League Cup appearances. He's had 4 appearances and 1 assist in the Europa League. He's made 1 appearance in the the Scottish Football Association League Cup. He's had 11 appearances in the Scottish Premier League as well. 5 appearances in the Scottish Premiership Meisterrund, whatever that is. I'm guessing it's kind of like some form of cup, I'm guessing. This season in the Europa League qualifying fires for Rangers, he's made 4 appearances. He's had 1 Challenge Cup appearance and 3 Scottish Premier League appearances as well. So he's not exactly running around the pitch that much, but he's got a good history with Rangers over the last couple of seasons. Turning to the midfield now, a player called John Lundstram, if I remember correctly, I've mentioned him before. 25 years old, plays for Sheffield United. This has David Sullivan written all over it. It really does. He can play attacking midfield, left midfield, right midfield, and even central defensive midfield as well. £5.5 million in valuation and 1.81 metres in height. This season, playing for Sheffield United, he's made 19 appearances, 4 goals, and set up 2. So not bad for a midfielder, the sort of midfielder I'd like us to bring in, to be honest with you. However, look, there is another player that caught my eye as well, Martin Friedrich, Friedeck, I think you pronounce that. Sorry, 27 years old, playing for Sparta Praha. He can also play left mid and also left back. 1.62 million pounds even, and 1.79 metres in height. He's been played all over the pitch over his career. Literally, he's been pretty much everywhere apart from centre forward. So again, this has a David Sullivan written all over it. In last season, in the 18-19 Fortuna Liga, he made 28 appearances, 2 goals and 2 assists. This season in the Liga, in the Liga. He's made 12 appearances and 1 goal and 2 assists. So not bad for that kid. But coming round to the more important part where I feel we need to reinforce is striker. We've got enough wingers, but we obviously need a box-to-box midfielder, and I'll be happy if either of those two were able to do that. But striker is more important, and I honestly think I've got a couple of recommendations here that I'm hoping the board will listen to. Given my viewing figures, I doubt it. But the one player is Gustav Engeval, 23 years old, playing in Belgium for KV Mechelen, I think you pronounce that. He can also play as a second striker. £1.8 million valuation and 1.85 metres in height. In the 18-19 season for the Proximus League, which I'm guessing is their version of the Championship, he made 26 appearances, scored 8 goals and has assisted 5. He also made 2 appearances in the league playoffs, which is made 2 appearances and set up a goal for that as well. And in this season so far, the Julipa Pro League, he's made 7 appearances, 2 goals and 3 assists so far. Not bad. But also another striker, Hendrik Wedant, I think you pronounce that, 24 years old, playing for Hannover 96 in the Bundesliga. He can also play left wing and right wing as well, valued at £1.35 million and 1.95 metres in height. So that's basically what, 6'5". No, as well, yeah. So yeah, about 6'5", 6'6". In the 18-19 Regionale Nord season, he made 2 appearances and scored 1 goal. In the DFB Pokal, which I'm guessing is a cup qualifying rounds, he made 2 appearances. This season so far, in the Bundesliga last season, he made 28 appearances, scored 6 goals and 2 assists. But in this Bundesliga season, he's made 15 appearances and has already scored 6 goals and 2 assists. So these are the sort of players I feel we should be bringing in for the January transfer window. I would be over the moon if we brought in either of these 2 strikers. These 2 sound perfect to be sitting alongside or behind Allaire. He needs somebody that has that sort of mentality to set someone else up. He needs that sort of player that he needs to bounce off of, and I would absolutely love if we bought both of these, or at least one of these, in for around about their valuation. So between the two, the values are not even £4 million. If we spent £6 million and spent £3 million on both of those, I would be absolutely happy with that. But guys, thank you very much for your time. Put your comments in the comment section down below, and because I want to engage with you, so I want to know what positions you want to bring in and the types of players that you think we should be bringing in January as well. If you like the video and you feel I deserve it, then by all means please click the like button. Please also share this content, because I'm struggling to get back to the 1250 subscriber count as the time of this recording, which is done a few days before New Year's Eve. So New Year's Day, I should say. So I'm hoping we've been able to get back up to that. But regardless, I'm doing a lot of content for you guys, as I always do. A lot more than usual, but it's been brilliant so far, and I really wish you guys would spread the word, share the content on social media, let people know. And also, by all means, please, as I say, put your comments in the comment section below and let me know what you're thinking. So guys, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you, I'll probably see you later on tonight with the reaction video to Bournemouth at home, which is apparently the game where everything stands on Pellegrini's future, which I think is ridiculous. He should have gone a long time ago. I've mentioned it before, especially after losing to Palace the other week. You know, so it's last week on Boxing Day, I should say. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely poor. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you tomorrow. Or actually, no, I won't see you tomorrow, because I'll see you this afternoon. But I'll also see you tomorrow for the day 9 of 12 Days of a West Ham Christmas. Take care.